how dysfunctional it has become, and it's gotten vastly more dysfunctional, in those later years, but especially now, even when I was there, I passed my first piece of legislation very quickly as a freshman Democrat in a Republican-controlled Congress, because at that time you could still build relationships and get things done, actually solve problems. That's a rare, very rare thing to see these days. I think that there are many people who are just not interested in it. They're more interested in the talking point or fighting the so-called fight instead of saying, hey, let's figure this out and put our heads together. There are some who are afraid of being criticized for working with someone from the other party. There's a lot of different factors.
Downstream from a lot of this tribalism again, this sort of inability or unpreparedness.
And that, at its core, what does it come down to? It comes down to people who are putting their own self-interest or their political interest ahead of the interest of the country and the American people, which is really, that's the whole reason why you should be there. And for those reasons, I don't miss it. What I do miss, and there's been a couple of situations over this past almost 4 years since I've left, the withdrawal from Afghanistan and the disastrous and tragic fires that happened in Maui and Hawaii. In those two situations, as I saw either inaction or lack of true accountability, I thought, man, if I could only be on that Armed Services Committee questioning those general officers and the Secretary of Defense about all that they did wrong in that withdrawal, and the fact that even still there hasn't been any kind of true accountability or oversight over the multiple layers of failures that occurred for people who I served when I was in Congress for 8 years in Hawaii.